Thank you all so much for having me here. This room is filled with some incredible people. My God, I just feel so honored to be in with y'all, so thank you. I spent the first 12 years of my life being able to look outside my window and see the Rocky Mountains, so in a lot of ways, this feels like coming home, you know? It's funny. Several months ago, I presented the HRC Visibility Award to my dear friend and Fire Island co-star Joel Kim Booster, which, if y'all know his work, I mean, come on. If you know his work, you have no doubt as to why he was given this honor, right? He's talented, he's compassionate, he's intelligent, and most of all, he's very visible. To me, it's a total no-brainer. So when I found out I was receiving this award tonight, it was a little harder for me to understand. My brain immediately went through the laundry list of reasons why I didn't deserve it, and apologize. This is the only little bit of self-deprecation tonight. I promise I'm just getting out of the way now. But yeah, I mean, the last year had not felt the kindest to me. My career felt like it was experiencing a little bit of a crisis, because the entertainment industry did not bounce back after the Hollywood strikes the way that many were hoping. And then, last June, I lost my father. He was just one of the strongest pillars in my life, this kind, gentle, soft-spoken man who just wanted nothing more than to support and love his kids as much as he could. So lately, it's been a little hard to reconcile this inner reality of loss with the outer reality that I lead a life that is worthy of gratitude. Yeah, thank you. But I wanted to understand why I was feeling this way, why I was having trouble reconciling these two things, why was I holding on to my insecurities so tightly. And the conclusion that I've come to is that I think we as queer people tend to need our own self-deprecation, right? It's how we've always been able to survive. We pick apart all of our flaws before others get the chance, right? And to be fair, in this weird panopticon that we now live in, people really do have the time to pick apart your flaws. People got a lot of time. But again, this goes against the reality. For every flaw we accept, there are 10 beautiful things that we question. I ask myself, how can I speak words to this idea of visibility, to this idea of being somebody that is observed and seen and appreciated? How can I do that without embracing the space that I take up? I wanted a way to honor the blessings I've received while also believing that I didn't deserve them. This is this weird little piece of cognitive dissonance, and I'm telling you right now, it's not tenable, right? Can't keep it up. The reality of being an out queer actor in Hollywood requires confidence. I mean, after all, our cohort has had it a lot easier than those of generations past. And I have to remind myself of that blessing all the time, right? That I have the freedom to express myself in a way that I wouldn't have even 10 years ago. But I also have to remind myself that progress is not always linear. The freedoms we've won, right, have not come without severe pushback. It's happening in legislatures, it's happening in classrooms, it's happening in hushed conversations, in executive boardrooms. So when I think about how scared I feel of embracing my power, I also hold the knowledge that we can't afford to let fear have this much of a place in our lives, right? The fear of being seen ensures that we will never be seen. The fear of speaking out ensures that we will never be heard. The fear of living in our truth ensures that we will never be known. And yeah, and y'all, we deserve to be known, right? It's my belief that to truly know queer people is to love queer people. Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's the thing that it keeps me going. It keeps the engine running. If I can bring someone into the realities of our lives, into the joy and the pain and the goofiness and the heartbreak, then that someone might fall in love with us. And if I can do that, then I will have paid forward the work done by generations of queer artists and activists. I'm so grateful to them. I'm so grateful for their bravery. And I'm so grateful to be in this room filled with people making a difference in your community. I want to give a specific shout out to Kelly Robinson, right? President HRC. I'm obsessed with her. Absolutely obsessed. She exemplifies this sort of incredibly canny optimism, right? It's an optimism that's researched and honed and artfully deployed. It gives me so much hope to witness her leadership and also a lot of clarity, right? Because as an actor, I don't often know what place my own voice and my own perspective have in my career, but as a queer man, I know that my presence alone is often a political statement. And maybe in the future, things might be different. But regardless, right now, we have to embrace a truly intersectional moral courage. One that advocates for racial equity, one that fights for protections for our trans and non-binary family, one that calls for an immediate ceasefire in Palestine and freedom for its people. Because when we have the courage to be known, we have the courage to know others. So I want to thank you all for giving me that courage tonight. It means more than you know. Thank you.